Hello everyone, welcome to another podcast episode. My name is The Star. I am The Star Crochet and I make and sell crochet and knit clothing and accessories for everyone. On this podcast episode I talk about things like what I have been up to, finished objects, works in progresses, and sales. That's another one. So let's start, shall we? What I've been up to is that I have a whole bunch of finished objects. I've been crocheting a lot. I still have been crocheting a lot of the scrap squares, which I have right here in my lap. And that's what I've been holding on to since the beginning of the episode. And I have a lot of stuff to show you guys, like also some new items that I got, and I have been crocheting a lot. I created another new pattern of another plushie, and I'm excited to show you guys about that. So up next is finished objects. I have a whole bunch. I didn't count, but hopefully you can count for me and let me know in the comment section. Anyway, let's get started. So this is the first square. And I don't know if I already mentioned this, but squares like this, where they have multiple colors, like 2 or more colors per square, is that I'm going to make, like how this is solid, I'm going to have separate squares for all the solids to work with, and then separate squares for all of the multicolor squares to work with for, like, you know, each item of either like a purse or a sweater, or I'm not sure, maybe I'll get a head start of fall season and begin sweaters again. I really like crocheting those when it comes to, like, that's my favorite part of the year is when it's time to crochet sweaters, because I just love doing that so much. And here's another square right here. But I have a whole bunch of squares. And I did order some yarn lately, so it is in the process of being shipped right now. I made the purchase last night, and I ordered some DK weight yarn from, I think it's Premier Yarns, and it's going to be for the knitting machine that I plan to use the yarn for. I know that for the knitting machine it can take worsted weight as well, but only light worsted weight, not heavy worsted weight. And I found that out just by trying the heavy worsted weight, and I noticed that it didn't keep spinning whenever I used it with that gauge of yarn. But yeah, light worsted weight definitely still will work for knitting machines. And I don't have too much left of the squares to show you guys, but it's a lot. And I love doing this because when it comes to making the pattern of the waffle stitch, it consists of either double crochet and front double crochet. Or sorry, front post double crochet, that's what it is. And I love doing the double crochet stitch because it's like the easiest for me to do. But I also like to do the single crochet stitch as well, because I'm pretty fast at that as well. But that's why I love doing the waffle stitch scrap yarn squares a lot. And so that's all of the squares that I have to show. I made more whale sharks. So this is one that I made, and then this is 2 that I made. And I was so happy whenever I had the market about like 3 weekends ago, how I made both sales of the whale sharks, and I was very happy about that. So I have 2 more right here. I know the fins on the sides here are more like stingrays, but it's a birth defect of the the whale sharks, and it still makes them beautiful, you know? Anyway, I have that. I have the new pattern that I created, a tiger. I love how this tiger looks, and he has a little long tail as well, and his eyes are like a golden eyes, and I didn't want to just put the black as the eyes because it would be hard to tell where the eyes would sit, or just it wouldn't look right because of how I use the black stripes within this tiger. And so you can see on his nose right here, I just did one single piece going down when I sewn it together. And so this is the tiger. I hope you guys like it. It's the same body as the bunnies, the small bunnies at least. And I hope to make more animals with the same body and same arms and legs and the head the same way. I hope to make, like, I want to try to make a pig. I want to possibly attempt a frog. I'm not sure, but I noticed that plushies like this, they're my biggest sellers. They are definitely my best sellers. So I figured if that's where the traffic of attention of sales are going, that I should just stick with where it's most popular. And I have one more finished object to show you guys. So I have this sock right here that I completed. It is hand knit with sock weight yarn. And to prove it, I have 2 socks now that I completed, and they're both size, women's size medium. And that is all the finished objects. I do have a new item that I would like to show you guys. It is I finally got it, but it is the electric spinning wheel. I'm having a hard time with this right now with spinning. I mean, the machine works fine. It's great. It's just I'm having a hard time spinning because whenever I would try to drop the fiber, you know, just like pinch it with your fingers and pull it back and then even and then like, yeah. Doing that is very hard for me because I'm brand new to the spinning craft. And I don't have the strength in my fingers yet to be able to pinch the fiber like that. Like they're not used to it whatsoever. And whenever I tried to start using the spinning wheel, after having a hard time, I kind of had a mental breakdown because it was just, because comparing it to how fast I learned how to knit, it was like that, like how I was able to understand knitting. And I compared it to learning how to knit, and I thought to myself, like, why am I not getting the hang of this? Why am I not drafting the fiber well enough? And that's why I had my mental breakdown. But anyway, I tried it with this fiber right here. It's already parted, like, you know, in half and quarters, and I put it back into a braid because I wasn't getting it, but I feel like I shouldn't give up on this, but I need space with the spinning fiber for a while, probably for a long while. But anyway, the wheels of fiber, I can't remember if I showed you guys before or not, but this is one of the wheels of fiber. This is the second wheel of fiber that I got. And then this is the third wheel of fiber that I got. And they're all so beautiful, and I just hope I am able to successfully spin fiber. The fiber is 100% wool, that's why I say that. But anyway, I have some works in progresses. I have 2 works in progresses. I will start with this first work in progress. It is another sock, women's size medium. And this is how it looks so far. The yarn right here is, there we go. This is how the sock looks so far. So I'm in the foot section. And I'm not too far on it, but it's a work in progress for sure. And then I have another work in progress. I have one either arm or foot of the next tiger. I'm making a second tiger. I want to make 2 of everything. That way I can, and this is the torso, the bottom of the torso, but so I can remember exactly how I did the pattern of everything, like the color placements, the placement of the ears, the placement of, well, the torso and the head, tying it together, and just everything, the assembly part of the tiger I want to keep. And I want to, whenever I try like the pig, I want to make 2 of those. And then if I ever succeed on making the frog, because that one looks a little tricky, but if I do that, I probably will make 2 or more. And what's next on my to-do list is to make a dark brown bunny, another one, because I made a sale of that. Which reminds me, the sale that I made is not from the farmer's market because I had my root canal this past Saturday. And anyway, the sale that I made was on Etsy, and you can see the picture right here. And I made the sale of a size large men's sweater. And I'm very happy about that. I hope the customer likes the order because I was very happy. You know, it's a sweater, so I was very happy making the sweaters, and I really hope that they like it. And that is it for today's podcast episode. If you have made it this far in the video, please subscribe to my channel, ring the notification bell so you're always notified of all the videos I make. Also like the video, but also check out my Etsy shop, which is linked in the description box below. Check out my social medias such as TikTok, Lemonade, Instagram, Facebook, X, Threads. And also check out my memberships. Spotify and Patreon that are $3.33 per month per person per website. And you get to have exclusive perks like a shout out after every YouTube video. A paid member gets a shout out on every YouTube video. Yarn haul videos, behind the scenes videos, bonus content, early access, chat with me. You get to chat with me and other members. And exclusive content and posts and updates. So you get all of that for $3.33. And thank you for watching, everyone. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time.